Okay, Mike Caccioppoli here. A few things happened today. Some big news out of Nevada. Well, the caucus has a three-tier process. So the voting was the first tier. Now the second tier is you have to show up to the local county conventions. And in Las Vegas, actually, Clark County, which is the only county that Hillary won big. Actually, she won big because of the casinos. Bernie basically won the rest of the state. He won the Latino vote by, say, 8 or 9 points. And in the casinos, the casino workers went out and caucused for Hillary, and that's why she won. Reason being is that Harry Reid called in some favor. Harry Reid knew she was about to lose the state, and at that point in this process, it was a very big state for her to win. Otherwise, Bernie would have had even more momentum. So Harry Reid called in favors. He called the casino bosses, and the casino bosses told their employees they had a few hours to go vote. They were told that Hillary would be better for the casino business because she's for big banks and they run the casinos and yada yada yada, big money, and she'd be better for big money. So they went out and they voted for her and put her over the top. Now the thing is that come this phase, which was today's phase, the delegates have to show up, and they actually have to show up at the county convention and be counted there. And who knows what happened? It could be the buyer's remorse. It's been quite a while since Nevada. It could be that Bernie supporters are just more passionate. It could be that the whole thing was rigged because of Harry Reid calling in favors to the casino bosses. Maybe she never won Nevada to begin with, really. But whatever the case, Bernie came out with almost 3,000 delegates, and Hillary came out with like 2,300. So the big story is he basically overturned her there. She had won Clark County, and he overturned her in Clark County. Now he's won in Clark County, so everyone's hoping that he wins the state now because he won the rest of the state anyway. But the next process is they have to go to the state convention, I believe in May, and if the Bernie supporters showed up the way they did in Clark County, then he could very well end up winning Nevada, flipping it in his favor. So that's the big story today. So, I think that it really shows that the campaign with the more passionate supporters will probably end up winning this. And this is the kind of thing you can see happen at the main convention, the Democratic convention in July in Philadelphia, at the end of July. You might see this on a much broader scale. It could be a brokered convention where neither Hillary nor Bernie get to the 2385 pledged delegates. They have to get there by pledged delegates. Don't let the media fool you into believing superdelegates can put you there. It's not going to happen. So if neither of them get there by pledged delegates, there'll be a brokered convention. And this kind of thing could happen. The Bernie supporters who are more passionate could overtake it, and Bernie can end up winning that brokered convention. That's a very, very, very big possibility. So you have to stay passionate and stay energetic and stay with it because, this happened on the county scale, but this could happen on the bigger scale, countrywide scale, come the convention at the end of July. Another thing, Wisconsin votes on Tuesday. And Wisconsin has a new voter ID law, probably because of their scumbag governor, Scott Walker, where you have to actually show an ID now. Never had to before. There was of course, this bullshit about voter fraud that the Republicans like to promote, where 1 out of every 17 billion voters is not real. So they had to put a new law in which is going to prevent, maybe 1 in 50 people, real people, from not being able to vote. That makes any sense. But anyway, this is the case in Wisconsin. Until we have a president who really stands up for this stuff and just use the bully pulpit to get rid of all this bullshit, it's only going to get worse. Another reason why we need Bernie. But in Wisconsin, you'll need an ID now. You have to show a state ID to vote. And of course, this could very well hurt. Of course, Democrats, when this happens in a general election, all Democrats are up in arms. They blame the Republicans. They go crazy. Oh, voter suppression, crazy. But now Hillary supporters all of a sudden don't care anymore. They don't give a shit anymore. Only Bernie supporters are upset about this. And here, it gets even worse. Today, here, someone on Facebook MSNBC reported on new Wisconsin voter ID law. Now, this is great news for our candidate Hillary. That leaves the college kids outside looking in. Awesome. This guy's so happy. This guy's so happy on Facebook. He said that leaves the college kids outside looking in. Isn't that awesome? This is going to help Hillary. The college kids can't vote. Oh, wow. Isn't this great? We could win. We could steal Wisconsin the way we stole Arizona and Massachusetts. Illinois. We can do it. Maybe Bill will show up and block the kids, the few with the ID. Maybe he'll block them from getting in with his stupid, idiotic bullhorn. Looks like an asshole. Maybe he'll. Can you believe this? This is what's exciting them. Voter suppression excites them when they're in a Democratic primary against Bernie Sanders. But when it happens to them in the general against a Republican, they're up in arms. This is the hypocritic bullshit coming from the Hillary campaign. Did we hear Hillary say one word about Arizona? Bernie right away. We don't even know who it helped. We don't know if it helps him. We don't know if the extra votes would have helped him or not. Maybe they took away from Hillary. Maybe they took away from Cruz or Kasich. We don't know. But Bernie was out there screaming about it. His campaign right away, press releases about it. Voter suppression, possible lawsuits. His supporters are going crazy. We didn't hear one word from a Hillary supporter. More importantly, we didn't hear one word from Hillary about this, about voter suppression in this country. It's not an issue to her. It doesn't matter to her. It doesn't. But I guess that tells you who it affects more. I guess that tells you right there. Not one word from her at all about it. Doesn't exist. That's really all you need to know about the two candidates. That's it. That tells you everything. And here are Hillary supporters. Oh, it's great. The college kids are going to be locked out. They have to go back to their dorms. They can't vote. They can't vote for Bernie, and we have a better chance of stealing another state. It's disgusting. And if you're a Hillary supporter and you don't believe in that bullshit, that should give you pause. Still got time. Most states still have time. Big states. Wisconsin, New York, California. There's still time to make the right decision and to be on the right side. So those are a couple of things that happened today. It wasn't a huge news day. I guess the other issue is this New York debate. I guess that's the third issue. Bernie wants a debate in New York. Hillary didn't. Then she said, okay, I'll do it. It's supposedly her home turf. And we can argue about that, obviously. She moved to New York to run for Senate. I mean, that's why she moved there. She moved to New York to run for Senate so she could run for president. That's why she moved to New York. I mean, how many home states can you have? Illinois, Arkansas, Washington, D.C., you could be home for a while. Then, I mean, how many home states can someone have? You basically, you have the one you were born in. For her was Illinois, and then the one she spent most of her life in after that, which was Arkansas. But that's it. She moved to New York to run, to further her political career. That's why she moved there. But anyway, so is there going to be a debate? Her campaign claims that Bernie turned down 3 dates. One was the NCAA finals night, in which Wisconsin could be in it. So Bernie's campaign said, we don't want to do that. First of all, even if they're not in it, it's a big NCAA state, and they're going to be watching, and no one's going to give a shit to watch debate on the night of the finals. And then I guess the other time was something like late at night. I don't know, 10 at night Eastern, some crazy time. They said no. The other one was like 8 in the morning. It was some 3 stupid times. Or it was like on tax night, the 15th, people filing their taxes, and they said, no, we don't want to do it. Let's do it when people are going to watch. That's the whole idea. We want to get the most people to watch. Bernie thinks Hillary wants the fewest people to watch because she sucks when it comes to debating Bernie. So she doesn't want people to watch. She thinks she's ahead in New York, and the debate can only hurt her at this point. So she doesn't really, she'll be half-assed about it. Yeah, I'll do it, but I'll do it when, we have 20 people watching. Anyway, that's the story with that. We don't know where it's going to go. We'll see where it goes. But, once again, these games that are coming out of the Hillary Clinton campaign, Anyway, next big day is this Tuesday, Wisconsin, a very big state. It'll give Bernie great momentum. Wisconsin, then Wyoming, which he'll win big, and that can give us great momentum going into New York on the 19th. So anyway, I think that's it for now. I'm sure there'll be more. I'm sure something stupid will happen. The mainstream media will do something idiotic, and we'll be talking about that soon. Anyway, Bernie 2016, feel the burn. Mike Caccioppoli, talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.